pushing until then. And just even thinking about school the next day, people was calling like, oh, you at work? Like, why wouldn't I be at work? Like, come on. Like, I know that's my girl, but I know I had some 8th graders I had to speak to at 9:30. Facebook was on a Zoom call with my kids in my school at 9. Then I had to do a keynote celebration for a speaker event at St. Peter's, and then another school at 2. Like, come on, Dennis. Like, this is what we about. And we talking about adaptive leaders. We take whatever happens and we change it. We bend it to our will. So I'm gonna keep pushing, man. I know I'm preaching to the choir. You know, and look at it like this, like that Verizon saying there's a good chance that, you know, that thing I sent that I may make it, and they said, but the only day we could film was like on the day your grandmother being put in the ground. I said, all right, I'm there. Just let me know what time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna hold it down. Like, I'm gonna make her proud of me even in the afterlife. So that's what we do here, man. That's OSG. So I thank you guys. And what I told Dennis, he left out. I said, thank you guys, all of the folks that was on the line with us, for taking my mind off that for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all was in the car with me, you know what I'm saying, all the way down there. And then when I got to the house, that's when I got off. And then I hit Dennis a little bit after. Like, I apologize for getting off impromptu like that. But, you know, now I got to go make sure my girl is good before they take out the house. So yeah, man. So I shout out to you guys. Again, I'm not doing nothing that nobody else is doing. But I'm not, you know, like Ken Williams said, I'm not going to project my brokenness on my kids. They in school. Like, what's that? No, bereaved what? No, man, let's go to work. Let's get to it. Like I said, for the people that don't have the opportunity that we have. At West Side, that I haven't lost any more kids to gun violence. And I want to say he broke that, you know, that little streak that we was doing. But now we get more reports, and it was accidental. I don't know if you heard that, Brown or Sakina. It was accidental. His friend was playing with a gun and went off and killed him. So it wasn't like it was it wasn't like he was targeted or anything like that. But still, nonetheless, it was a death. But again, we reached out to the families, and we back at it, because in the business that we in, ladies and gentlemen, if you go undefeated, you could lose a kid's life, and I'm not interested in losing no more babies' lives. And I know the impact. I know New York got some of y'all kids in the building, but in Jersey, we don't got nobody in the building. And the fact that we not there, or, you know, doing as many wellness checks as we should be, these kids are, they out there and looking for our help. And the crazy thing is, Dennis, 2 incidents where I had my kids shot over the pandemic, they was reaching out to us and we wasn't there. Literally, they called Nadia, the young lady called Nadia and said, listen, I'm going off the deep end, I need you to help me out. Like, let's link up, and before we can get to the baby, she was shot, right? And then this gentleman, we called his mom to check on him because he wasn't logging in like supposed. She said, Cook, I'm an essential worker, and I can't be around him with the cases spike. I don't want him to get sick. So I'm trying to, you know, give him some time with my other family members. And look what happened. She out there fighting for, you know, the world.
I be watching. I want to see Trump.
It's a lot, man. So again, getting back to your point of being adaptable.
But I don't like that little thing they just did in Philadelphia.
Take it in, and we gotta project it onto the world. Otherwise, we gonna keep feeling the same feeling again. So hats off to you guys. OSG, thank you guys. And like I said, I'm gonna keep putting on for my grandma until I see her again. So, but thank you.
You're a warrior, bro. You're a warrior. When Dennis had told me that, you know, you were on the Zoom and didn't say nothing, but, you know, the understanding of when you need that kind of love and support and just accepting that in that moment, you're a gangster, you know, and that's what gangster is. And even in that moment, you still talking about helping other people, and that's really what gangster is. And I really believe that the world needs to see the true meaning of gangster. And you epitomize that, you know, beyond what I look at you and I be like, damn, you act like you from Harlem, you know what I'm saying? Because you got that competitive, I want to win, and you know how to match your colors very well, you know what I mean? And also, I'm going to say it again on the Dennis side, you like to win. you really like to win. Like, you know, you don't want to be in the game. You like to win. You don't accept anything else but winning. And also, you don't mind trying. Like, the win is the fact that you even swing. You know what I mean? But you continue to swing fearlessly when no one else does. And even when you're in pain, you swing it. You know what I mean? And that's gangster. In a calm way. Not even an emotional way. The reason why I'm bugging is because I couldn't notice that. And I usually could feel shit. And I ain't feel it. So that means you really gangster. And I can imagine so many other things that you feel that you don't express. But you express it by all the cool shit you do. Also, I got the senator here real quick.
What's up, everybody?
His grandmom died.
Man, my condolences.
But he died right now. He's going to Zoom with us. He ain't saying
we
that.
move on, I want to also, you already know I love you. You know this already. I'm with you. We deal with this and we move forward. But also, on that call, you still managed to flex on us.
Yeah. He flexed in pain. That's what you're supposed to do. That's when you do your best flexing. And also, I say this, though. The reason why you're so strong, I think, is because you're very satisfied and proud of everything you're doing. So when things happen, you still have something to really be proud of that could take you away from it. And that's what I be trying to explain to people. Like, literally, a couple of hours ago, I found out I'm going to have my baby tomorrow at 10 o'clock. A year ago, we had just lost a baby. You feel me? But due to pain, I flexed. I bought cars. We went to Hawaii, fronted, and it kept me going. Sitting in a dark room, it doesn't do anything but keep you in a dark room. But when you are sad, you have things that make you happy that you can focus on. And it really made me feel strong that we're part of what you focus on that makes you really happy. We genuinely, and what makes you happy is a bunch of black people helping each other. You know what I mean? You from Harlem. Don't act like, I'm going to find out you was born in Harlem. And it's going to be funny. He's from New York. He said, where you from?
I remember.
Ignore David Barrow bashing too, brother.
No, I got it. But I remember, so when I went, how I got into the education game, just real quick, y'all, and I'm going to tell you why, like, I do this and why, like Dave said, it was a sort of, like, fulfillment, right? So when I went to college, you know, I was playing ball and all that, but I wasn't doing well. I had one foot in, one foot out. My auntie, she was like, man, I know you want to be a teacher. I'm going to stick around until you graduate, and I'm going to walk you through that doors and show you the ropes, right? I was playing with it, just being complacent and not doing what I do. My auntie died when I was in summer school, my last year in college, right? So the lady that wanted it more from me than anybody, I let her down. She didn't get to see that, right? When I come back, I start working in North Public Schools. Brown, no, he on here. I finally got my master's, and I sit on it. My Umi was another aunt of mine, right? She was like, man, I'm hearing you this great teacher and all that. You should be a principal. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I got my 25 in my classroom. I'm good. They not messing with me no more. I'll sit back and just do that. She kept sending me emails and all that. My Umi ended up graduating. She ended up retiring from the Board of Education. And about a month later, she was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer, and she died another month later. I let 2 women down that wanted this whole thing that you guys are witnessing more than anybody else in my world, and they never got to see this dream fulfilled. So I go hard now for the memory of them, letting them know that I'll never be the weakest link to nobody in my family, nor the kids that I represent. But in another way, that other lady, my mama, my grandma, my other aunt, and everyone, my sons, like, they're never going to see that weak, complacent person ever again. So I'm going to put on, again, like I said, until I see all my ladies again. And that's why I do it. So that's why, Dan, you said, fulfill. Like, I know my grandma got to see me with Oprah in my hand. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know they did. So that's why I'm going to keep pushing. Like I said. Like,
they help make it happen, bro. Like when people that I love die or transition, like my mom's and Aaliyah, I could feel their energy protecting me and making things happen. You know what I'm saying? You know, they angels. They just become people that watch you. That's how I always look at it. But you're right. Like, my mom died when I was 16, but I've never regretted her not being here because I know she also made it happen. You know what I mean? It's almost crazy because, you know, my mom was the type of woman that used to take care of all my problems. And I don't think I would have realized my greatness had she been alive. But what she taught me while she was here is how not to accept the L and always take a W. And her death made me make sure that I ensured that. And I know that when certain things happened, that it was her that protected me and put me in that position to capitalize off an opportunity. It was her that made me aware of what an opportunity was. You know what I mean? Like, you the type of cat see an opportunity. Like, some people, you give them a lotto ticket and they be like, yo, you got to cash it for me. But people like us get a lotto ticket and be like, not only am I going to cash it, I'm going to make more lotto tickets for more people. You know? And that's gangster. So, you know, I feel like we brothers because we're like-minded. You know? Same soul cluster. We evolving at the same pace. You feel me?
Dame, so, Dame, don't go nowhere, Dame. I want to bring your attention to something else. But again, I wanted to make sure that we show love to our brother Art, and just know again, you know, that your grandmother got to see all of the amazing things she saw, and then, you know, we know you got a book coming out, and we know you got her on the dedication page and stuff like that. So salute to you and your grandmother and your family, man.
And just real quick, Dennis, let me just say one thing. He also is in a competition with me. And I'm not in competition with you. Have to deserve. You got to really be about that life for me to even acknowledge you. And I'm acknowledging you as a real competitor to me, bro. You're competition to me. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the best compliment I can give somebody. I know when I do something, I'm like, okay, I might try to do it better.
My ring is better than yours, Dame. So
It's not. But we'll see when it's made.
How you doing? Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah. First, my condolences, big brother Ak. Love you. Grandma's still here with you. She always will be. My condolences. We also lost another giant for our people, and they just happen to also be a relative of Michelle, Principal Michelle Sasudis, her uncle, who's the former president of Ghana. Jerry Rawlings died this morning of COVID. So I think it's very important that we recognize him, because those of you who don't know Africa, Ghana is at the forefront of everything in Africa. It's one of the most successful
and safest
countries in Africa, one of the only countries in Africa to enjoy democratic elections. Election after election after election. And so they're at the forefront of everything. And also when you look at that on the world stage and understand that Africa is the next and the last great superpower, and he's someone who's responsible for bringing Ghana into the 21st century.